Hope is hard to find right now at the King Power Stadium.
Ruud van Nistelrooy faces an almighty task.
Ruud van Nistelrooy cannot believe it.
I can't ask any more from the players. We're doing what we can.
Boos around the King Power Stadium.
They can boo if they want to be honest. We need to do something to change that.
As another step towards relegation.
Oh, big game, isn't it, at the King Power later, certainly from a Leicester point of view. What's this? Foxes on the box, Dallas Foxes at the King Power tonight to watch LCFC. Watch Craig live on Premier League Fanzone at 3:30 UK time. Well, you're a little bit late, but Craig is on our screens. There he is. Foxes on the box. He's on our box. It's a massive one, isn't it, Craig? We've got Charlie, the Brentford fan as well. Both the boys in the US of A. Look, we'll talk Brentford in a sec, Charlie. But come on, this is huge because Ruud van Nistelrooy there saying that we're doing the best we can. It might not be enough, Craig, but you're confident you're going to stay up.
Well, I was a few weeks ago. I think I still am based on how they're playing in the last few matches of the season. But, you know, crazy thing is that they're in the same position right now as they were in 2014, 2015, when that was the Great Escape season. So at 17 points. So anything can happen right now.
Well, look away, Craig. Look away when we look at the last 10 fixtures in the Premier League for Leicester City. It's all lots of red L's, and everyone beats Spurs, so that's a green W. But look, 9 defeats. 9 defeats, Craig, out of 10. Out of 10. Charlie, you must be confident tonight then going to the King Power?
I mean, on paper, it sure looks pretty promising, doesn't it? And also the fact that we've won our past 3 straight road matches. I'm actually feeling pretty confident, but I'm not overconfident just because we haven't posted back-to-back wins this season. And this would be the first time for us, which is kind of remarkable. So I'm optimistic. I think we're pretty strong, but there is a little reservation inside of me that it might be a little tighter than we think it will be.
Craig, what makes you think that you can stay up? Because defensively, Leicester have been so poor. You can see where they keep changing the centre-backs that they don't have defense. And I don't think recruitment's been good enough, because if you're struggling, why not go and buy a centre-half in January? What do you think?
Oh, definitely. We needed a center back in January. It just didn't happen. But I think injuries is a little bit of the problem. I think Wilfred Ndidi being out for a good month didn't help. And him being back has made our back a little bit better. But the teams around us are playing just as poorly as us.
Yeah.
So as long as we're close together in points, it's going to come down to those last 5 matches of the season.
Yeah, but you don't want to worry about, Ipswich and Southampton. It's Wolves. They're the ones you've got to suck in. They're the ones you've got to drag into the underwater, and you've got to drag into that relegation zone. And Craig, when we think about comparing Van Nistelrooy and Cooper, what improvements have there been? We were saying just when we were looking at Ruud there, he's like a politician. He went in, he looked so cool, he looked so fresh, his hair was all, and now he looks almost dishevelled after a few weeks. That's what football does to you at the top flight.
Well, I think with Cooper, it was one of those things where nobody really felt like he wanted to be here. It was kind of like it was third choice to manage the team. And I don't think the fans got behind him, and the players didn't seem to get behind him either. I think there's been a change in attitude with both the players and the fans with Ruud coming in. The results haven't been there, but you can see a little bit better in their play, especially in the midfield since Ruud's been there.
Charlie, what about Thomas Frank? You're not bothered about relegation anymore. We don't even talk about Brentford being relegation candidates anymore. Thomas Frank's done a fantastic job, hasn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, we're firmly in the middle of the table. Now the goal is to try to work our way up for European positions, which I think would be a little bit of a stretch. But that certainly speaks to the volumes that, that is kind of our bar now. So, he's done a great job with the roster, as he always does, in terms of getting through some injuries and finding talent and being able to see the likes of Kevin Schade get better and Damsgaard get better and Lewis Potter. So it's a huge credit to Thomas on what he's done.
Yeah, amazing. Because actually, not a great spell, 3 wins in 10, but 16th last season, and Brentford are on for a top 10 finish.
They got goal
Shows
scorers.
you all the early work they did in that season, didn't they?
Definitely.
And having lost Ivan Toney, no one thought they'd be in this position. So let's finish with you, Craig. Are the pals all over? It's an expensive journey to come over the pond to watch your team lose against Brentford.
Well, I did it back over Christmas and watched 3 matches, and they lost all 3. But it was well worth it to see it in person. But yeah, we've got members of the Dallas Foxes there at the King Power right now. They're going to be there tonight, watch the match, and we've got a couple who are going to watch the West Ham match next week as well. So it's what you pay to support your team. That's what you do.
Absolutely. Look, Foxes never quit. That's what they say at Leicester, isn't it? And look, 3 points tonight, Leicester would be out the bottom 3. Exactly. So it is not done yet.
Yeah, he's right.
Foxes there we go.
Never quit.
Foxes never quit. Very quickly, score prediction. Charlie, on the left.
I'm going to go with 3-1 Brentford.
3-1 Brentford. Craig.
2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. There we go. This is why we love the Premier League, isn't it? No one gives up on their teams.
Exactly.
No one gives up on their teams, unless you're Southampton.
Yeah,
they were wrong. Charlie, Craig, have a great game. Enjoy it tonight. The Friday night football kicks off match week 26, doesn't it, Clinton?